one guy at a time, and everyone always says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm like, you guys, there's always two baskets. There's one with the guy that I'm seeing, and the other with every other guy in the world that I could date if I decide that this guy and this dynamic is not what I'm looking for. It's not like I'm banking on this person to be the one. It's more just focusing on what we have in the moment without the noise of other people to see if this is something that I'd be interested in long term.
Hey, it's Antoine Williams. It's E-Nation YouTube channel. The date is February 18th, 2025, and we're back with another video. I was looking through my an old saved, because I don't really watch YouTube Shorts anymore. I mean not YouTube, but Facebook Shorts anymore. I haven't really been on Facebook lately, just on YouTube. So I was trying to find some content, and I saw this video, and I was like, I would love to talk about this. I've actually think about this. I don't know if this is just like a big thing lately. I don't know if this is a new thing in dating, because I don't remember this before when I was in my relationship. Like before my relationship, I don't remember this being a thing, but now I have noticed exactly what she's talking about. People will date. People will indeed, what she's saying is actually not the way I think a lot of people see it. People will date more than one person at a time now. Like, my relationship started in 2018, and maybe I just was, because, I play video games a lot. I'm not, especially back then, I wasn't hugely social, so I might have missed something, but I could have sworn that people didn't do that. People didn't date multiple people at the same time and then choose from them. But I honestly think that now that's a lot more popular. In my opinion on that would definitely be, I think that what she's saying, I like what she's saying. I like how she's saying she'll date one person at a time. A big thing, I never had my phones on me when I started these. Here it is. A big issue that I've had since I started dating again is, you're trying to talk to somebody. You meet someone, and you're trying to talk to them a little bit, and I struggle, mentally, I can't do what these people do, or what some people are doing, and I don't think it's actually healthy for anyone, but for me, I can't do it. Once I start talking to someone, I've gone on a date with them, a couple dates with them, it's really awkward and uncomfortable for me to be also talking to other people, messaging other people every night, I'll think in my head, should I plan it? Because, when you're talking to somebody, you usually plan a date. But it's I just went on a date with somebody. How am I going to now plan a date with another person? There's something, gross and shady about that. I don't like it. I agree with her that you should date one person at a time. Because I don't feel comfortable doing it, and also I don't like it. I don't like the thought of, I'm talking to someone, we've gone on a few dates, we kissed or whatever, and then it's on some bachelor stuff where it's they're also doing that with someone else, and now they're weighing their options. And here's the thing, this is definitely my statement about it. So I have two statements about it. Number one, I can barely stand dealing with one person. Dealing with one person can be a lot. One person can be annoying as hell. And two, so I don't think it makes sense to focus on multiple people, because you're just going to be so annoyed. And two, the thing about dating, and I think there was a Rick and Morty episode that encapsulated this perfectly, where the aliens make an app, a dating app, and it shows you who you're compatible with, and people will constantly jump from person to person. And I think the point is you can bond with multiple people. If you're so that's why I think when you're talking to one person, you should talk to that person, because there's nothing to stop you from ending up in an awkward situation where you're dating two people and you like them both, and then you end up who do I continue with? And it's no matter who you choose, you'll always wonder about the other person, when in reality you shouldn't have been talking to both of them, because then you wouldn't have been put in that quagmire. So, and also it's it also rings the same for let's say you're in a relationship, and when maybe your relationship's having issues or something, it's the same thing. You shouldn't go and look and date and consider other people, because there's always going to be someone who's slightly better. That's the thing about dating. There's always going to be someone that's if I've been dating a girl for 5 years and she's beautiful and hot, there's always going to be someone hotter. There's a J. Cole song about that, where there's always going to be some chick, there's going to be always some badder bitch on the tours. There's always going to be someone who's hotter, maybe someone who'd even be nicer, who'd even be a better match with. But that's like we're human beings. We're not friggin' reptiles. You can't just be cold and calculating and be like, well, I've been with this person for a while, I've done all this with this person, but this other option's better, so I'm just gonna jump to that. Like, let's try to like not like be completely black-hearted and actually care about people and their feelings and the relationships we've already cultivated. That's why you're not supposed to be going out and constantly dating. But yeah, let's go ahead, give me a break, and read some comments, try to respond to those. Let's see what we got here. Huh. Oh, well, this person is, wow, 8 likes. Okay, this person said, she sounds like she spent the last 10 years letting a bunch of random men hit it and is now playing at being a good girl. I don't know where in the world they got that from this video. This person sounds like they're paranoid or something. I don't understand where they would get that from this video. Spent the last 10 years letting a bunch of random men hit it and is now playing at being a good girl. It more sounds like she has a standard that she holds. She just has like maybe that's true, but I don't know where you get that from this video. Like, she's just saying she dates one person at a time and she focuses on that one person. What does that have to do with her letting random men hit for, like, maybe it's possible letting random men hit is what got her to that point where she focuses on one person, but this is kind of a paranoid thing. Let's see what the next person said. They said, same. Never could date more than one at the same time. I don't feel like I could fully give the person in potential relationship a fair chance if I'm being pulled in another direction, in other directions. I'm also too old to spend that kind of energy on multiple people. I think that's, maybe it is an age thing where you get to a point where you actually feel that way, because that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like people are annoying. I don't have the energy to be like I'm gonna go on a date with one chick on Friday, then one chick on Saturday. Like, the thing is, if I meet 2 women close together, I might go on a date with both. But I think I'll very quickly make a decision on who I'm going to continue with and just kind of, leave the other person alone, because it's just too much energy to be pulled in 2 different directions, and then you're all stressed out, and now you have to make a decision. And like the first part you said, I don't feel like I could fully give the person in potential relationship a fair chance. Right, you're always going to be comparing them to the other person. It's like starting a job. It's like working 2 jobs at the same time, like starting and then be like, well, which job should I keep? It's like, you should have just chose one in the beginning and worked that job and seen if it worked out. Then if it doesn't work out, you leave that job and you go to another one. You don't work both jobs and then that's like setting yourself up for a toxic situation. Let's see. Dating more than one person at once feels icky and terrifying. That's what I was thinking. Like, especially the icky part. That's like the first thing I said was that it feels like shady and gross, and it's just not where you want to be. I don't recommend it for anyone. I think it's a good policy to have, that when you start talking to one person, you're kind of off the market. Like, a huge thing that I didn't like on these apps, and I have the phone in front of me so I can look and actually scroll through. Let's see what I'm seeing here. Oh, sorry, someone new liked me on this app. But yeah, some 33-year-old liked me on this. Oh, it might show me up, might not. But yeah, someone new just liked me. Let's see, not really my type, so I'm just gonna X that out. But on my matches, okay, they've all loaded. It's freaking nuts. Let's see if I can get it on the screen. Look at matches. Matches. Like, I don't remember it being this, like, this is over 20 people. Why? How am I still single if 20 people have matched with me? It's very weird. But the thing is, to link this into what I'm saying here, I've got, most of these people, what I do is I'll be like, oh, hey, you're really cute. Let me read, because I actually have a canned thing that I say to people. Let me read my canned thing. What I'll comment on their video, on their picture that I think is cute, and this is what I'll say. Very cute. I think we could possibly be good together if given the chance. That's how I always start it. Then they'll like me back, or they'll respond to that message. Then we go back and forth for a little bit. Ask them how their day is going. Ask them, like, I'll look at their profile, see what they like, try to get to know them a little bit. Then I ask for their number. Then I try to go on dates with them. Now, once I've gone on a date or 2 with that person, I back off the rest. And it's like, I back off the rest because I don't want to be like doing that with 5 people at the same time, that's mad weird. And that's why I think this person was kind of saying, like, and I feel like for women this would be like I have a lot of matches which I don't even like, that like I feel like this is weird, that I'm like the culture has definitely changed where like people will go on dates and nothing will come of it. And I would think like if someone looks at like, it's, I don't know, maybe I'm just a total fucking asshole because I guess all these people kind of get like a bad vibe out of me. But I would think, you know, you meet someone you think is attractive, you go on a date, if they're a normal person, you end up dating. But I don't know if the paradigms change. I don't know if people are like, I'm just an option. Like they have 5 dates and then they pick someone else. It's almost like they're doing job interviews where it's like you do 5 interviews and then you pick one. Automatically that makes my freaking, if someone's just going on a date with me, then I'm sure the odds of me being chosen over if they're going on a date with 5 people, I'm sure my odds of being chosen go way down, because there's always someone better than you. Like I definitely think I'd like the idea of people just dating one person at a time. Or I think it would definitely work to my advantage, and I think it's definitely a better policy. That's what I do. Let me read a couple more. I got time. Let me just double check something real quick. Yeah, I got time. Someone said rip inbox, stating this person's gonna get like a lot of people in their inbox. That's funny. So I guess this person's saying that a lot of people are gonna like what she's saying. This person, I've dated this way my entire life, but I honestly feel secure and resourced enough in myself to say that I can date 3 to 4 people at once and give them all an honest and sincere relationship that is not in any way impeded by the others I'm seeing. Okay, you fucking polygamist. It's not that I need to see that many people at once. I'm just so comfortable in my skin and so open and honest about who I am that there is no need or desire to draw lines around myself. Okay, what about the line of like being in a relationship with one person over being in a relationship with 4? Like, who do you think you are? You know what I mean? Like, who are you? Okay, let me see. Is this a guy or a girl saying this? Either way, I don't like it. This might be a troll. Their photo is literally a picture of Darth Vader sipping tea. So maybe they're just trolling. Let me see if I can read their, there's a reply. They replied to their own message. I totally get it though. This is new to me. I've locked into one person at a time, not out of a sense of giving people a chance, but out of desperation to secure a relationship. Oh my fucking god. It often worked out that way to my own detriment. So now I'm going to see as many people as I want, / can, until I'm sure into an exclusive connection is the right call. No. No, it's not. I 100% don't agree with that. Well, if you're trying to lock in one person, you're just desperate. No, that's actually the healthy thing to do. It's more like, what sense? What are you accomplishing by that? Like, I've done that. Like, I'm not talking as someone who's desperate in any way, or someone who can't get women, like, or someone who like needs to like, I don't know, like needs to like really aggressively like work hard to meet one person. I'm not talking to someone like that. I've had options with women who were like, I really want to be with you, blah blah blah, where other men would have been like, okay, I'll just take this because I feel there's nothing else I can get. I've been with women who were like 10s, but they were freaking rude and they were like a fucking dick. So at a certain point when it was ending, I just let it end. I didn't just do whatever they wanted to keep it going. So I'm not talking to someone who's desperate. But even without, I don't think that just because someone's desperate, they would want to lock into one person. I think there's plenty of healthy, normal people who want to lock into a relationship with one person because a relationship is something special. You don't run around, a romantic relationship is something special. Like, you don't, like you can't run around, you can, but I don't think you should run around and try to create that special relationship with multiple people at once. Like, you should want to find one, like, I'm sure there's multiple people you could be in love with and have a family with and live your life with, but you should be trying to do that with, you should be trying to find one person you can do that with, not run around, sleep around, just play games, and hope that things are just going to work out. You should have your eyes on the prize, and the prize should be to find one person that's like like if you're a guy, a straight guy, one woman that you love and is like your best friend that you want to spend the rest of your life with and work on things with and build with. If you're a woman, the same thing for a guy. If you're a homosexual guy, same thing. If you're a homosexual woman, the same thing with your desired situation. I feel like that's the most healthy way to go, because when you start doing it with multiple people, like having like that situation starting with multiple people, like you're like, swinging, you're having open relationships, it just gets too complex, and it doesn't work in the long run. And it's all about the bigger picture of, in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, where do you want to be? And I think you should want to be with someone where you can be like, I've had a great life with this person, I'm grateful they're in my life, and I am happy and grateful that I was able to go down this journey with them. And I feel like if you do what this guy is saying, you're setting yourself up for failure. Let's go ahead, go to another one. Is good if you are not sleeping with them anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're sleeping with them or not, because you're looking at them in a romantic way. If you're talking to 5 women for 3 months romantically, going on dates with them, making out with them, like getting physical with them, or just talking to them every day, and it's like 5 women, that is going to mess with your head. It's gonna mess up your whole freaking chemistry in your brain. Like, that's not normal. A normal person doesn't desire that. Like, if you're doing that, like, I would also think you have some things, like personal issues you need to work out that are causing you to do that. Like, there's some sort of complex going on. Because a normal person just wants to find that one person, not like 5 at the same time. How does that even work? Like, would you want to be one of their 5? Would you want those 5 to also have 5? How do you ever get to healthy relationships if everyone's doing that? What they're saying might actually be what these people are doing. That might be why I'm in this complex situation now, where I have freaking, like, on one app, 20, 30 freaking matches in no relationship. Because I know that I'm not, like, I've had people who I've gotten with, hooked up with, and then they were like, I didn't think that anyone on here wanted a serious relationship. It's like, why are we doing this then? Just pissing in the wind. I'll read one more. This is the last one I'm going to read. It says, yeah, just stop picking the bad eggs, LOL. I can't tell if this person's serious or not, but people can, but if they're answering it like you're serious, it really takes time, and you have to really pay attention to figure out if somebody's a bad egg. Like, this person I was talking to, for example, they seemed really nice, everything seemed really great. They did have a child. So after we were talking for a little bit, I asked them, like, they had a 13-year-old child. They were a little bit older than me. And they had a 13-year-old child. So this is what I do to try to gauge people on, like, things. The best way to be able to tell someone's future actions is to look at their past. So I just asked her some questions about it, like, why do you have a 13-year-old child? Like, you're like, what happened to the man? Like, who is? And I was told basically that, like, she was in a relationship for 5 years that resulted in pregnancy. And then after she was pregnant, I believe, it was either after she was pregnant or before she got pregnant, they got engaged and got married. But they were married for under a year. So then I asked why they got divorced. And then she said, like, that it just wasn't working out, or that he wasn't ready for it or something. But that was like a huge red flag for me, because I'm like, what guy gets, like, I can't imagine a guy who would get a girl pregnant, get her married, and then in less than a year wants to get divorced. Like, that's a red flag to me, that, like, number one, either you, like, completely blew up the relationship yourself, or, like, and also you're with him for 5 years. Like, how did you, like, shouldn't you have the foresight of, this isn't going to work out, this isn't going to work out before you end up having a kid with him? And shouldn't you not want to end up in a situation where you're having a kid with someone you're not going to be with long term? It's just a weird situation, but even with that, I couldn't confirm this person was going to be, was a bad egg. I can't, like, it takes even more than that amount of information to know if someone's a bad egg or not. Like, so being able to tell right when you meet somebody is very unlikely. Like, everything could seem perfect for a long time. Sometimes it can take a long time before you really get to know somebody. And so sometimes, this is the thing that I always say, you have to trust someone eventually, especially in relationships. You have to just trust them, and then when they betray that trust, when you figure out the truth, then you have to decide where you're going to go from there. Like, if they betray that trust, maybe they never will, but it really is, like, kind of got to see, you got to give people time. Sometimes it takes a few years before you really get to know someone. but you should definitely listen for it. You should ask questions, and you should always look at someone's actions over their words, because people could say whatever they want. They can try to convince you whatever they want, but they can't. Like, they can say whatever they want, but they can't fake their actions. Their actions will reveal themselves. Yeah, I've been watching some of my old videos, and something I liked about my older videos is that they were a little bit longer. So I think I'm gonna try to get back to doing that, taking my time a little bit more. Also, in my last video, I said that I would do a video about the Kamala Harris video. She had, like, people were complaining that her 60-minute interview was edited, and my plan was to make a video explaining that, like, the people who are complaining about that were off base. They were just, like, hyping something up that wasn't that bad. But I went back and I watched it 2 times, and I looked at the comments, and I realized, like, no, they actually, like, my thought was that they were just, like, you know, they were just blindly saying that she was this and she was that, and that she was wrong, and that, like, the way they edited the video was biased and all this stuff. I thought that's what they were going to say. But no, when I went back and looked at the comments, no, their comments were they just were commenting on, like, some of them were saying, like, oh, well, she's just dumb and this and that, but they weren't really, their arguments were sound. Like, not that I don't agree with all their arguments, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So I didn't think it merited a video. So I'm not going to do one. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't have enough to say about this. Like, she has, like, I don't agree that, like, it's a huge deal that they edited it, but it's not worth the whole video to talk about that. So yeah, yeah, I really enjoyed doing this video. I'll definitely try to find some more clips and topics to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one.